Since we met you people 500 years ago, look at us.
Africa Unboxed.
The thing is that, as far as I'm concerned, since we met you people 500 years ago, look at us.
Hey people, welcome back to the channel. It's Africa Unboxed. Well, in one of Bob Marley's very popular songs, Redemption Song, he sings, "How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book." To this, I tend to agree. To those who may not know or have heard of Ata Aidoo till now, let me give you a little bit of a background. Ata Aidoo was a highly esteemed Ghanaian author, poet, playwright, and an academic. Born on March 23rd, 1942, she made significant contributions to Africa's literature and cultural activism throughout her career. She was an influential figure who tackled various social and political issues in her writings, challenging controversial norms and shedding light on the experiences of women in Ghana and Africa as a whole.
My point is that when a woman has been socialized into, I don't want to use the word oppressed, right? But when a woman has been put under pressure, when she's been socialized into a certain space, and she is being that woman in that space, that doesn't mean that, that's all there is to her. My problem with seeing African women, the quintessentially world oppressed and so on and so forth, is that it removes any agency from African women, as if we are just there, to be oppressed.
Her groundbreaking play, The Dilemma of a Ghost, published in 1965, marked a significant milestone in African literature. It established her as the first published African woman dramatist, breaking barriers and paving the way for other women to share their voices on stage. Her works often delved into themes of gender, tradition, identity, and the complexities of post-colonial African society. While her work often touched upon feminist ideas and championed women's rights, it is essential to clarify that she has been misrepresented by some Western media houses. Certain reports from sources like Al Jazeera and the BBC have incorrectly or inaccurately depicted her as a feminist and portrayed her as an advocate for the LGBT community. This contradicts her personal beliefs and the content of her writings. Her approach to such matters was grounded in her own cultural context, which was far from what is being said of her. She advocated for gender balance, but did not necessarily align with the specific brand of Western feminism that some media houses associated her with. Furthermore, she did not engage in the exploration of the LGBT or lesbianism as depicted in some of these reports. It is crucial to approach any information with discernment and to consider the diversity and complexity of individual perspectives. Ata Aidoo's contributions to literature and her cultural impact in Ghana and beyond cannot be reduced to simplistic labels, misrepresentations, or made to fit a certain agenda. Her legacy remains one of a talented and thought-provoking writer whose work continues to inspire and resonate with readers worldwide. Enjoy this video of her speaking some thought-provoking words.
The thing is that, as far as I'm concerned, since we met you people 500 years ago, look at us. We've given everything. You are still taking. It's true. Where would the whole Western world be without Africa? Our cocoa, our timber, our gold, our diamonds, our platinum, our whatever. Everything you are is us. I am not saying it, it's a fact. And in return for all of this, what have we got? Nothing. Anti-personnel indoctrination against ourselves. If you go and cook your horrible diseases like AIDS, you say it is us. You brought us tuberculosis. We didn't have this big cough until white people came here. In exchange for Africa giving Europe 500 solid years of our people, I mean not Europe, the Western world, of our human beings to work your canes, to dig your gold, to take in gold itself, diamond, I mean, you know, fish, peanuts, palm oil, everything. In exchange for that, we have got nothing. Nothing. And you know it. Nothing. And you look upon, white folks look upon us like monkeys. It is true. It's in your literature. Hey, some of your best thinkers have said this about us. Have you heard of all these Germans? Have you heard?
Okay.
Yes. They said, Lord Burton, yes. People like that, they said, we don't even have the brain of animals. That's what we've got from you people.
But don't you think that this is over now?
Over where? Is it over? Who said that AIDS came from the green monkey? Is it over? Is it over?
Well, if this is your impression, do you think that you can ever forgive us?
It's not a question of forgiveness. I have nothing against you. My point is that you did and you are doing for your survival what is necessary. We can't blame you for that. The fact that we didn't do enough for our own survival and we are still not doing enough for our survival, that is not your problem. Even everybody that God has created has a sense of survival, and if we don't develop it, we can't blame white people. You came here because you needed these things. You took gunpowder from the Chinese. You needed them to shoot people. I think that for me and members of my family, Elmina Castle has got a very, very special significance because they tortured my father's father, my real grandfather, to death there by the colonial government. So for me, when people like me talk about colonization, neo-colonization, it's not just because one is being intellectually smart. We have personal touches with it. I cannot forget that this happened to my grandfather.
Do you consider AIDS as a new form of colonization?
Of course.
Why?
That's why. My people, the Akans, we have a proverb. It says that good morning, thank you is never enough to salt anybody's food forever. You cannot build your life on thank you, morning, thank you, English, thank you, God. Which is what aid makes, we are always receiving. Nobody, look, and I don't care who hears, nobody anywhere in this world is going to send you their best of anything. Do you see? Neither the experts nor people, you give us what you can afford. Aid is the leftover, really, and it cannot be enough. Aid, you can, when the world is now the world is one place. So there is nothing wrong if my house is in a crisis and you offered me something. There's nothing wrong, because there is interrelationship. But a whole nation, a whole continent cannot live forever on aid. And I think we are in Africa, we are in danger of making foreign aid a kind of policy that is wrong. I think that it humiliates our people. The people in the villages have not asked anybody to go around begging on their behalf.